Hello, everybody. George in George's Kentucky Workshop. Western Kentucky, Saturday at noontime. It's hot. And here is my VFR. If you followed along with me over the years, you've seen it. Well, I've had some ongoing issues over the last couple of years. I thought my bike was just super cold-blooded, and I'd fire her up and I'd let her run about 5 minutes or so, and she'd run pretty good the rest of the day. Lately, not so. And it seems to be cutting out on one or two of my spark plugs and popping through the exhaust and doing all kinds of crazy things, and there are very few inches of this motorcycle that I have not had apart. Everything from building the tail to the lowering kit to bars, the crazy exhaust, and you name it, I've done it to this poor bike. But I even changed the ECU, and that did not do anything, changing the computer. And I'll show you what did make a difference. I had a bad ground. That's all it was, bad ground. Not your typical bad ground on the battery. There's a bad ground in the harness. And after you do some reading and all that online, you find out it's a fairly common problem. So, new rectifier regulator over there, aluminum plate. I also grounded it so we know it has a good ground. I have thermal compound between the back of the rectifier and the piece of aluminum that I've got on there. Let me get over there and maybe show you that a little better. Yeah, this hangs over the top of the funny blue bottle and the red switch. But this gets hot. I don't care. I read these people that are talking about, oh, it needs a bigger wire, it needs a bigger wire, it needs a bigger wire. I've had this motorcycle over 20 years, and my connectors were kind of iffy on there. When I did buy this, Mr. eBay, they did give me a new plug, and I spliced it in, and I soldered it, and I cleaned all my joints with alcohol, and heat shrunk it all up real good. And like I say, so I do have a ground. I put a ground directly from the battery with this nice flexible wire directly to my tail here, so the tail is grounded no matter what, which happens to be the same bolt that is supporting the rectifier regulator. And then I have where I spliced into my harness right here and added this one into here. And it runs great. It runs great. I had somebody the other day ask me what this bolt is for on the underside of my fender. When my seat is on, my tail here is on, it bolts on with 4 bolts. So it's kind of a pain to try to charge the battery. There's a black lead right here that attaches to the back side of that bolt, which is in plastic here. Comes up, attaches to my battery. So if I ever want to put a battery tender on this or give it a quick charge or anything, or hopefully never have to jump start it, I can go right directly from a ground directly to this, not have to take the seat off and not be playing games. But I did that, and it runs like a gem now. It really, really does. I go out there in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, it's cold, it's damp, I hit the button, she fires right up, and she's ready to go. No more coughing and puffing. And so, bad grounds, easy fix. Now, I know someplace in this wiring harness here, there's a block somewhere where I'm going to discover that. I'll take the rest of my quarter nose off and I'll go digging this winter. There's got to be a plug here someplace where all these grounds on this motorcycle meet up and plug together, and something is oxidized or dirty or something. But anyhow, the computer is grounded, so no matter what, it's going to run. It's not going to leave me stranded. She runs fantastic. Absolutely love it. I've lowered this bike about 2.5 inches. I'm not exactly a tall guy, and the bike fits me. Finally, after owning it for all these years, the bike fits me. So, if you're having problems, what I first did was I went directly from I went to the schematic. I found the ground wire. I went from the ground wire with a little jumper directly to the ground on the battery. All of a sudden, the headlights got brighter, the engine RPMs went up, it ran smooth, and so I knew I had a ground issue. So that's what I've done. I'm not tearing the wiring harness apart, and I'm not going crazy doing this and doing that, and we've got a lot of years to go. We got at least another 10 years to go together. All right, everybody. Take care. If you got a VFR, this one here is an old gal. This is a 96. This is a 750. This is the last year of the 750, I believe. 97, I think the 800s came out. But she's been a fantastic bike. I think I've got about 20. Yeah, I've got. What have I got? Can you see it? Maybe not. I've got about coming up 26,000 miles on her. She runs great. Liquid cooled V4 runs incredible. So, drain the fuel out of it. Drain the gas tank. Drain the carburetors. I've never had a carburetor apart. Knock on wood, concrete, aluminum, metal, and everything. But, all right, everybody. Ground that VFR. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Be a proud American.